Welcome to this comprehensive scientific lecture on artificial intelligence-guided nutritional optimization. Today we're going to explore how artificial intelligence can reformulate dishes to optimize calories, macronutrients, micronutrients, and glycemic index, while preserving taste and satisfaction. Let's start by understanding the fundamental challenge. We have conflicting objectives in food optimization. We want maximum nutrition, minimum calories, low glycemic response, and excellent taste. These goals often oppose each other, and that's where AI becomes incredibly powerful. These four objectives create a complex optimization space. Reducing calories might reduce taste. Increasing protein might increase calories. Lowering glycemic index might reduce palatability. AI helps us navigate this multidimensional optimization problem. Traditional nutritional modification uses simple substitutions. Replace butter with margarine. Use skim milk instead of whole milk. But these approaches are crude and often compromise taste significantly. AI takes a fundamentally different approach. It uses sophisticated multivariate optimization algorithms that can balance dozens of parameters simultaneously while maintaining taste profiles within acceptable ranges. Let me explain the framework that AI uses for nutritional optimization. It consists of several interconnected components working together. The framework starts with an input recipe. This goes into a comprehensive nutritional database containing thousands of ingredients with detailed nutritional profiles. The AI optimization engine processes this information using machine learning models trained on taste preferences and nutritional science. Finally, it outputs an optimized recipe that meets your specific goals. Let's dive deeper into the first component, the nutritional database. This is far more sophisticated than a simple lookup table. For each ingredient, the database stores not just basic macronutrients, but also micronutrient profiles, amino acid composition, flavor compounds, texture properties, and how the ingredient behaves during cooking. For example, chicken breast has 165 kilocalories per 100 grams, 31 grams of protein, 3.6 grams of fat, 0 carbohydrates, plus important micronutrients like selenium and B vitamins. The database also includes functional properties. Does this ingredient provide structure? Does it contribute moisture? What are its binding properties? These functional aspects are crucial for maintaining food quality during reformulation. The second critical component is the taste preservation model. This is where machine learning truly shines. The AI model has been trained on thousands of recipes and their modifications, learning which substitutions preserve taste and which ones don't. It creates a taste similarity score that predicts how close the modified recipe will be to the original. The goal is to keep the overlap as large as possible. The model analyzes 5 primary taste dimensions: sweet, sour, salty, bitter, and umami. But it goes beyond that to include aroma compounds, texture, mouthfeel, and even temperature perception. Here are the 5 basic tastes: sweet, sour, salty, bitter, and umami. The AI model quantifies the intensity of each taste in the original recipe and ensures the modified recipe maintains similar intensities across all 5 dimensions. Let me walk you through a concrete example. Let's optimize a classic pasta carbonara, which is traditionally very high in calories and saturated fat, but incredibly delicious. Original carbonara contains about 850 kilocalories per serving, with 35 grams of fat, 18 grams of protein, and 95 grams of carbohydrates. After AI optimization, we achieve 520 kilocalories, only 12 grams of fat, but 32 grams of protein, and 68 grams of carbohydrates. We've reduced calories by 39%, while actually increasing protein. How did the AI achieve this? Through several intelligent substitutions that work synergistically. First, the pasta its. Traditional carbonara uses regular wheat pasta with a high glycemic index. The AI substitutes chickpea pasta or lentil pasta. Chickpea pasta has nearly the same calories, 190 versus 200 per serving, but it contains significantly more protein and fiber, which lowers the glycemic index substantially. The texture is remarkably similar when cooked properly. The glycemic index drops from 65 to 35, which means much more stable blood sugar levels and longer satiety. Traditional carbonara uses heavy cream and egg yolks for that rich, creamy sauce. Heavy cream provides 340 kilocalories per 100 milliliters, and egg yolks add another 280 kilocalories. The AI substitutes a blend of cashew cream and nutritional yeast, which together provide only 180 kilocalories, while maintaining a remarkably similar creamy texture and umami flavor profile. Cashew cream, when blended smoothly, mimics the mouthfeel of dairy cream, but with much less saturated fat. The fats in cashews are primarily monounsaturated, which are heart-healthy. Nutritional yeast is key here. It provides intense umami flavor, compensating for the reduction in egg yolks and cheese. Plus, it adds B vitamins, including B12, which is rare in plant foods. Now let's talk about the cheese component. Traditional carbonara uses generous amounts of pecorino romano, or Parmesan. The AI reduces the quantity from 60 grams to 30 grams, cutting calories in half from 240 to 130. But it compensates by using extra-aged Parmesan, which has more concentrated flavor, so you need less to achieve the same taste intensity. Aged cheeses develop more glutamates during the aging process, which are the compounds responsible for umami. This means 30 grams of aged Parmesan can provide similar flavor intensity to 60 grams of younger cheese. Traditional carbonara includes pancetta or guanciale, which are high in saturated fat. The AI uses turkey bacon, which has about 52% fewer calories than pancetta. But to compensate for the loss of that deep smoky flavor, it adds smoked paprika and a small amount of liquid smoke, which provides the characteristic carbonara taste without the extra calories. Now let's get into the mathematical framework the AI uses. This is where it gets really interesting from a computational perspective. The AI uses a multi-objective optimization function. It minimizes a weighted sum where C of X represents caloric density, G of X represents glycemic load, and M of X represents macronutrient deviation from targets. The weights W1, W2, W3 can be adjusted based on your specific goals. But this is subject to a critical constraint. The taste similarity function, T of X, must be greater than or equal to 85% of the original taste score, T subscript 0. This ensures we don't sacrifice taste too much. The AI uses gradient descent algorithms to find the optimal solution. It starts with the original recipe and makes small adjustments iteratively, testing each modification against the constraints until it converges on the best solution. Let's look at another example, optimizing a chocolate cake for lower glycemic index while maintaining moistness and chocolatey flavor. The original recipe uses white sugar, all-purpose flour, butter, and cocoa. The AI reformulates it using coconut sugar, which has a lower glycemic index, almond flour instead of wheat flour, coconut oil instead of butter, and increases the cocoa content using darker cocoa powder for more intense chocolate flavor. The glycemic index drops from 65 to 42, a reduction of 35%. Calories per slice decrease from 420 to 340, a reduction of 19%. But importantly, fiber content increases dramatically from 2 grams to 6 grams per slice. This fiber slows digestion and further improves the glycemic response. Now let me show you an advanced optimization technique called protein fortification. This is particularly useful for people trying to increase protein intake without dramatically increasing calories. Consider banana bread. A standard loaf contains about 12 grams of protein. The AI can fortify this to 32 grams of protein per loaf without significantly changing taste or texture. The first strategy is substituting some of the butter or oil with Greek yogurt. Greek yogurt provides protein while maintaining moisture. The tangy flavor actually complements banana nicely. Second, the AI adds unflavored whey protein isolate. Whey integrates seamlessly into baked goods without affecting texture much. About 30 grams of whey protein powder can be added to a standard banana bread recipe. Third, replacing 30% of regular flour with almond flour adds protein and healthy fats while actually improving the texture, making it more moist and dense. This represents a 167% increase in protein content. That's nearly tripling the protein. Beyond macronutrients, the AI can also optimize for specific micronutrients. This is incredibly valuable for addressing nutritional deficiencies. The AI can target specific micronutrients like iron, calcium, vitamin D, magnesium, and zinc. It selects ingredients that are naturally rich in these nutrients while fitting the overall recipe profile. Let's create an iron-optimized smoothie. Many people, especially women, are deficient in iron. The AI combines spinach, providing 2 milligrams of iron, pumpkin seeds with 4 milligrams, dark chocolate with 3 milligrams, and blackstrap molasses with another 3 milligrams. This single smoothie provides 12 milligrams of iron, which is 67% of the daily requirement for adult women. But the AI goes beyond just adding iron-rich foods. It also adds vitamin C from orange juice, because vitamin C enhances iron absorption by up to 300%. This is where AI really excels understanding nutrient interactions. Let me explain glycemic index optimization in detail, because this is one of the most requested optimizations and has profound health implications. The glycemic index measures how quickly a food raises blood glucose. High GI foods cause rapid spikes, leading to energy crashes and increased hunger. Low GI foods provide sustained energy and better appetite control. The AI employs 4 primary strategies to lower the glycemic index of recipes. First, increase fiber content. Fiber slows carbohydrate digestion. The AI selects high-fiber substitutes like whole grains, legumes, and vegetables. The GI reduction is roughly proportional to fiber content. Every 5 grams of fiber can reduce the glycemic index by approximately 5 to 8 points. Second, add healthy fats. Fats slow gastric emptying, which means food leaves your stomach more slowly, resulting in a more gradual release of glucose into the bloodstream. Third, include protein. Protein also slows digestion and has a minimal impact on blood sugar, so it's. The AI balances protein addition to maintain taste while improving glycemic response. Fourth, add acidic components. This is less well known but very effective. Adding vinegar, lemon juice, or other acids can reduce the glycemic response to a meal by 20 to 30%. Let's optimize a rice dish for lower glycemic index. White rice has a very high GI of about 73. First, switch from white rice to brown rice, reducing GI to 50. Then add lentils to comprise 25% of the dish, which are high in fiber and protein. Add vegetables and dress with olive oil. The final glycemic index of this combination is approximately 38, which is a reduction of 48% from the original. The mathematics behind this is actually quite interesting. The final GI isn't a simple weighted average. The meal GI is calculated as the sum of each ingredient's GI times its carbohydrate grams, divided by total carbohydrate grams, then multiplied by 0.8 to account for the synergistic effect of fiber, fat, and protein slowing overall absorption. Now let's discuss how this AI optimization can be applied to practical meal planning for a full day. The AI can plan an entire day hitting specific macronutrient targets. For a 2,000 kilocalorie day with high protein, we might have 520 kilocalories at breakfast, 150 for a snack, 620 at lunch, and 710 at dinner. This provides 150 grams of protein, 200 grams of carbohydrates, 70 grams of fat, and 45 grams of fiber. The AI optimizes each meal individually for taste and satisfaction, then balances them together to hit overall daily targets. This is computationally intensive but produces superior results. One of the most powerful features of AI optimization is handling individual preferences and dietary restrictions. The AI can handle allergies, religious restrictions, ethical choices like veganism, personal dislikes, medical conditions like diabetes, and even budget constraints. Each constraint is encoded as a mathematical restriction in the optimization problem. This is a challenging optimization problem. Creating a vegan meal that's high in protein but low in carbohydrates is difficult because most plant proteins come with significant carbohydrates. The AI selects tofu, tempeh, seitan, and edamame as primary protein sources. Seitan is particularly valuable because it's nearly pure wheat protein with minimal carbohydrates. A meal combining these can provide 45 grams of protein with only 18 grams of net carbohydrates, which is excellent for a vegan low-carb meal. Another fascinating application is cost optimization. The AI can reformulate recipes to reduce cost while maintaining nutrition and taste. For example, salmon costs about $18 per pound and is valued for omega-3 fatty acids. Sardines cost only $4 per pound and actually have higher omega-3 content per serving. The AI can substitute sardines in recipes like fish cakes or pasta dishes, dramatically reducing cost while improving nutrition. The AI calculates nutrient density per dollar spent. This allows it to find the most cost-effective ingredients that still meet nutritional targets. The value metric is nutrition score divided by cost in dollars. The AI maximizes this value metric while maintaining taste quality. Now let's discuss the limitations and challenges of AI nutritional optimization. No system is perfect. First, individual taste preferences vary enormously. What tastes good to one person might be unacceptable to another. The AI needs extensive user feedback data to personalize recommendations. Second, ingredient availability varies by region and season. The AI must be flexible and suggest alternatives when specific ingredients aren't accessible. Third, some optimized recipes require cooking techniques that might be beyond a user's skill level. The AI needs to assess and match recipe complexity to user capability. Fourth, some substitutions inevitably change texture in ways that can't be fully predicted. Baking is particularly sensitive to ingredient ratios and substitutions. Looking to the future, AI nutritional optimization will become even more sophisticated. Future systems will integrate real-time biomarkers from continuous glucose monitors and other sensors. They'll analyze your gut microbiome to determine which foods you digest most efficiently. They'll use genetic profiling to identify how you metabolize different nutrients. Personalization will reach unprecedented levels. The AI will know that you metabolize caffeine slowly, that you have a genetic variant affecting folate absorption, that your microbiome thrives on resistant starch. Every recommendation will be tailored specifically to your unique biology. Smart kitchens will automatically adjust cooking parameters based on AI recommendations. Your oven will know to cook chicken to exactly 165 degrees Fahrenheit for optimal texture while minimizing age formation, which are harmful compounds created by high-heat cooking. Let's look at some real-world data on AI nutritional optimization outcomes. Studies show users lose an average of 18 pounds over 12 weeks. Diabetic users see HbA1c reductions of 1.2%, which is clinically significant. LDL cholesterol drops by an average of 28 milligrams per deciliter. Most importantly, adherence rates are 83%, much higher than traditional diet plans because the food actually tastes good. If you want to start using AI nutritional optimization, here are practical steps. First, define your primary goal. Is it weight loss, muscle gain, managing diabetes, reducing inflammation, or something else? The AI needs clear objectives. Second, document your current eating patterns for at least 1 week. The AI needs baseline data to understand your preferences and habits. Third, comprehensively list all dietary restrictions, allergies, foods you dislike, and any other constraints. Be thorough here. Fourth, start with small modifications to familiar recipes rather than completely new dishes. This improves adherence and allows you to adapt gradually. Fifth, consistently provide feedback on taste and satiety. The AI learns from this feedback and improves its recommendations over time. Let me introduce an advanced concept called nutrient timing optimization. This is about when you eat certain nutrients, not just what you eat. The AI can optimize when you consume different macronutrients. Insulin sensitivity is highest in the morning, so that's the best time for carbohydrates. Protein synthesis peaks after exercise, so that's optimal for protein intake. Healthy fats in the evening slow digestion and help maintain stable blood glucose overnight. Another crucial aspect is satiety optimization. The AI doesn't just reduce calories, it maximizes how full and satisfied you feel per calorie consumed. The AI uses 3 primary satiety mechanisms. Fiber slows gastric emptying, making you feel full longer. Protein has the highest thermic effect, meaning your body burns calories just digesting it, and it also triggers satiety hormones. High-volume, low-calorie foods like vegetables cause stomach distension, which signals fullness to your brain. The AI calculates a satiety index using this formula: 0.4 times fiber grams plus 0.3 times protein grams plus 0.2 times volume in milliliters plus 0.1 times water content. Foods with higher satiety indices keep you full longer per calorie. Let me show you a dramatic example comparing two 400-calorie meals with very different satiety profiles. Meal A is a chocolate bar, 400 kilocalories, only 2 grams of fiber, 5 grams of protein, tiny volume of 80 milliliters, satiety index of 2.7. Meal B is a large bowl with vegetables, grilled chicken, and beans. Same 400 kilocalories, but 18 grams of fiber, 25 grams of protein, huge volume of 600 milliliters, satiety index of 24.9. That's 9 times more satisfying per calorie. This is exactly why simple calorie counting often fails. Two meals with identical calories can have dramatically different effects on hunger and satisfaction. The AI optimizes for satiety, not just calorie reduction. Another emerging area is anti-inflammatory diet optimization. Chronic inflammation underlies many modern diseases, including heart disease, diabetes, and Alzheimer's. Certain foods are pro-inflammatory. Omega-6 heavy vegetable oils, refined sugars, and trans fats can all promote inflammation in the body. The AI avoids these ingredients and selects anti-inflammatory alternatives instead. In conclusion, the future of AI nutrition is incredibly promising.